What's going on, Jeromes? Beautiful day for some Q&A. Thank you, everyone who submitted questions on the community tab. We'll occasionally put it out there, and we're going to get better at doing Q&A. Fire it up. First up, should we have question marks about Will the Thrill going forward? No. Will the Thrill is going to be fine. Kid's got alligator blood. Can't get rid of him. No. So with Thrill, the two kicks that he missed against the Colts, he was obviously hurt. Then he missed some time. The confidence is still going to be there. He's overcome some lulls when he was at Alabama. Kicking for Nick Saban ain't easy, right? But I think that he does have the correct mental makeup. He's got all the skill in the world. He's got a big-time leg and is going to be perfectly fine. I think the Vikings have a legitimate kicker in Will the Thrill. It's like, oh, yeah, Kwesi Ken draft. There you go. Next, Max Muscle. What is your favorite part about being a Vikings fan? The pain. Now, you may say that that's a little bit sadomasochist, but I feel like we Vikings fans, we kind of like the pain. You know what I mean? Like maybe it's like Chuck Rhodes from Billions. Like when we need an outlet, we'll pierce our own nipple or something like that. But I actually do think it is the cliche. It's not so much the destination, it's the journey. And to a degree, it is kind of fun being like Sisyphus trying to push that rock up the hill every single freaking day, every single season. It's like, this is our year. This is it. All the pieces are in place. Where I actually don't think that, obviously the winning would be great. Like, imagine if you were a Baston kid born like in 1997. Yeah. It's like, so the age that you start paying attention to sports is about like 9, 10. So say that you're a Patriots fan born in 1991. We saw the Twins win the World Series. Ron Gant, you overran the bag, man. But, all right, so say you were 10 when the Patriots won their first Super Bowl with Brady and Belichick 2001. And then you just saw that run. Like, you're spoiled. Like, you know nothing but winning. Now you have to suffer. You have to suffer right meow. All right, but it's just the memories from a kid, just seeing, my grandpa, my dad just get frustrated. They remember 75, Drew Pearson pushing off. And then, of course, everything that we've they saw the Vikings lose 4 Super Bowls. Everything that we've seen in my lifetime of 98 and 41 Donut and 09 and 2017. It really sucks that our pain just goes by year numbers. Hey, remember 98? Remember 09? Yeah. But I forget what it is. It's dulce opposite. It's the Ferguson clan, the Scottish Ferguson clan's motto or credo or whatever. Alex Ferguson, longtime manager of Manchester United. It's sweetness after difficulties. Where if everything is just sweet, like you have no context, you have no baseline for what sweet actually is. Like there is no sweet without sour. And we Vikings fans have had a lot of sour in our life, and that will just make finally winning the freaking Super Bowl that much sweeter. Because, again, going back to that Patriots fan born in 1991, what would a 7th Super Bowl mean to you? Like, there's diminishing returns when it comes to Super Bowls. That first one's pretty good. Like, if you're dying of thirst in the desert, like that first glass of water, it's going to be the greatest thing ever. Now, if you're given 2,000 gallons of water, that first cup is going to be up here. That last cup of the 2,000 gallons, about here. We're water rich, but that first one is the one that matters the most, and that's why I love being a Vikings fan, because everything is finally coming together. Also, I feel like the fans are pretty cool. Like together, we have this perverse gallows humor. Just because we've been there, we've suffered through everything, and there is a camaraderie when it comes to that. I actually legit think. Next up, Derek Triple. I feel like McCarthy won't hold any of the accolades when it comes to stats in the league and Vikings history, like Sam Darnold 100-plus quarterback rating games, but I'll feel the most satisfied, fulfilled with him, and be a fan favorite. Thoughts? Yeah, black and white stats or number of wins. Like J.J. McCarthy, I feel like there's no pressure to be compared to Sam Darnold. Because I think everyone agrees that was a one-off year with Sam Darnold. It was great. Everything clicked. The schedule came together. Got to play the AFC South. The Vikings, Packers, and Lions went 12-0 against the AFC South. No one talks about that. But I think it really is a groundwork season. Now, McCarthy, it doesn't give him an excuse to go 5-12. and have twice as many interceptions as touchdowns. But I think that everything is set up around him where he can play his game. Like, he doesn't have to be the hero. He doesn't have to press. He can just take what's there. Spider 2 wide banana. You can't go broke taking a profit. And he can just operate the offense within himself. He's going to have a great running game. He's great off of play action. Defenses are going to double and triple Jefferson, opening up everything else. And he's got the best coaching staff in the world. So I think that McCarthy, like, say he doesn't throw for 3,500 yards, or say that, or 4,000 yards, or whatever, or he doesn't throw for 35 touchdowns. That's perfectly fine. And then guess what? I think the Vikings could still define success where McCarthy puts up solid numbers. Say he has like a Jaden Daniels adjacent rookie year. The Vikings go 12-5. The Vikings win the division and make some noise in the playoffs. That's a success, even though, black and white, 12 is less than 14 in terms of wins, and maybe he doesn't throw 35 touchdowns. Maybe he throws 26 and has 3,500 yards passing. But the Vikings and the offense still operates at a high level. That's exactly what you want moving forward. Next, Travis Schiefen. Hey, Andy, I love the channel. Thank you. Keep up the good work. Thank you. What are your concerns on the rotation on the interior defensive line? Why does it have to be concerns? Why can't you just be fired up? Any concerns about stopping the run and going to play against Jacobs, Gibbs, and maybe Genty twice a year? I really don't think that was guttural. That sounded like Ed Ogeron there. Yeah. But I actually don't think we're going to end up playing against Genty twice a year unless the Bears trade up, because I think Genty is going to be a top 6 pick. I really do. But in terms of stopping the run, swapping out Bullard and Tillery, I mean, that kind of stinks. And Allen and Hargrave throughout their careers ain't note about stopping the run. But Flores might have said it, or someone else might have too, where it's, hey, get me defensive linemen who can rush the passer. I can teach them to stop the run, right? And stopping the run really is more about the framework of the defense as a team as opposed to individual effort. Pass rush, it is a lot more about individual effort versus the framework of the team sometimes. But Allen Hargrave, playing those 5-tech spots, kicking inside 3-techs, blowing up a B gap on third down passing situations. Like, I think that defensive line is going to be great. Phillips is awesome, and the Vikings probably aren't going to hammer nose, although you never know. I mean, Kenneth Grant in the first round, maybe Cameron Jackson later on, maybe Jordan Phillips in the mid rounds. Maybe the Vikings do that, and moving Phillips to run down 5-tech, having Hargrave be a little bit fresher and more in on passing situations could be an option. But overall, like, essentially you swapped out Allen and Hargrave for Tiller and Bullard. And I respect Tiller and Bullard, but they don't have the pass rush juice as Allen and Hargrave. Plus, the rest of the Vikings are fantastic against the run. Grenard Van Ginkel setting the edge. Obviously, you have Pace and Cashman as off balls. Phillips is a dude when it comes to absorbing bodies. It's great. Plus, Jalen Redmond, as well as Levi Drake Rodriguez, I think are going to get a little something in the rotation. Especially, good things happened when 6-1 was on the field. So I'm glad that they brought him back, and I think that even with Allen and Hargrave, I think that Redmond is going to have a spot. Plus Taki on the nose, I think there's some upside there. So overall, like, the defensive line is going to be solid. Plus, the Vikings could still add a Derek Harmon in the draft. They could still add an Aeneas Peebles. They could still add a Ty Robinson type defensive lineman. So they ain't done yet. And overall, like, I'm pretty excited about how this defensive line is shaping up. Lastly, Davis Zeiss. What do you think the floor for my lowered expectations should be this year? With probably the strongest division, how should I be looking at viewing this upcoming season? Well, and the division's strong, except Detroit got weak. Let's be honest here. Losing Ben Johnson, Aaron Glenn, that is huge, right? And also, you look at the Packers, whatever. The Bears. The Bears are always March champions. Well, maybe the Vikings are this year, but how'd that work out last year? The Bears are going to have all the hype in the world coming in, but it's going to be fine. But because the Vikings right now still have the longest odds to win the NFC North, which is just stupid. I feel like that's free money. The Vikings will be in the thick THICC of things. The defense has greatly improved. The offense, especially the offensive line, has shifted in the right direction. You can run the ball. J.J. McCarthy, I believe now as well as long term is going to be a upgrade over Sam Darnold. And what more do you want? I think the floor should be winning the division. I think that the ceiling, Super Bowl, winning the Super Bowl. And it's okay to say that. Like, I know, again, as Vikings fans, like, just hopefully, I don't think it's going to work out, but hopefully I'm wrong. Hopefully, expect the worst and prepare for the best, which is ass backwards. But No, like it's okay to say like, hey, this team has improved across the board. This team won 14 games last year. This team has their future franchise quarterback. This team has improved in the trenches mightily, and it's okay to have expectations. All right, so I think baseline is 11 wins, contending for the division, and the ceiling is winning the Super Bowl. And it's okay to say that, baby. That's right. But that's it. A Q&A this beautiful day. You guys are the best you know what to do. Skol, production value.